everyone, it's me and Bunter back out today. You might notice that this isn't a DS2 and it hasn't got my Anglo Celtic sticker on it. Well, I brought my DS2 out and I had about 7 hours on it the other day, and I mustn't have charged it properly last night. But even if the coil didn't charge properly last night, I would have thought I'd had 2 or 3 hours still left to use it today. 7 hours out and it's done the whole coil charging. And I wasn't in the low frequencies that are heavy on the battery. I was on a custom fast program and I got 7 hours out of my coil. So that's a bit worrying. I'll have to keep an eye on that and send it back. If it's only giving me 7 hours, that's not acceptable. I know it's only good for 1 day, but 7 hours is not 1 full day. I've just found a musket ball with the Quest. The reason I'm not using my Deus 1 is because I've got out the habit of bringing 2 machines with me. I should do. I'm very sorry about the wind, viewers. We've come in Badger's car today and my windjammer's in my car, stupidly. So that's why I've borrowed Badger's Quest Pro. But it's giving me very crisp little indicators. That's just a rivet that was on the surface, but yeah, it's very sparky. But when you go on a new machine, I'm just running it how he normally sets it up with 80 sensitivity and jewellery mode, and it's a bit sparky. If you hit a bit of this, it'll spark off, but it gives out a nice clear signal once it's on one. Massive points deduction for it though for this arm cup. I've never used the machine before in the field. The arm just bounces about even with the strap on. I think Badger hasn't mentioned it because this was his very first machine that me and Joan Allen give him, and he didn't know any otherwise. But this arm cup, it might look the same as all the others, but with the arm cup and that angle, it makes for a very uncomfortable ride for your arm in there. But that's the only downside I can see of it up to now. My first Quest Pro coin. It's a farthing. Not sure who's on it though. I know there's a date on that other side, but it's a bit worn. Might be Victoria, possibly a farthing from the 1800s. The Badger's just explained to me that you can. He set this up for the kids, that his kids have been using it. If you put it there, it's a lot more user friendly, the arm cup grip for an adult, because it'll be gripping my forearm then. Yeah, and on the way here we had some gutting news on a metal detecting front. For about 4 or 5 months now we've been looking forward to getting on a local farm about 2 miles away from Badger's. I knocked about 5 or 6 months ago. They said come back in September. Well, we're only in the first week of September and we've been a bit busy. I did have half a mind to go a month ago and say, has your crops been affected by this hot weather? They come off early, but I didn't get round to it. I should have, because we just got round to knocking this morning on the way to this one. Farmer's wife was at the gate. We could see all the fields were flat like snooker tables, and she said, oh, I'm sorry, we've just seeded them. And it was all because of the hot weather we've had, so we missed out on one farm there with Roman stuff on it. I know there's Roman stuff on it because people have been on it years ago and found some. I'm thinking that a lot of the farms that we might pick up, people have been on them in the past, and that will impact them to varying degrees. Some of the farms we go on have been detected, don't make any difference, you're still getting lots of fines. Unfortunately, this one that we've got at the minute, farmers saying it's only been detected a bit, but our machines are saying it's had a right hammering. Well, that's detecting for you. We're going to start door knocking all around this area of Worcestershire and getting as much pasture as we can, because all the old boys who've sucked all the staters and Romans and stuff off these fields, like this farm we've got 20-30 years ago, all them old boys, I know one of them. Now he's only like about my age, but he went out of the older generation, and God bless them, most of them have passed now. Most of them are metal detecting up in heaven. Well, him and his old boy friends, they never ever used to come round all these great areas, get staters, loads of Roman brooches, all kinds, but they'd never ever do pasture because they just didn't need to. They always had so much arable. So me and Badgie are going to go around all the same areas, give it a week though, get a bit of rain on their pastures, and try to get the pastures in these good areas that the old boys turn their noses up at. Alright kids, that's a little tip for you. Oh, me and the bumblebee in the plough fields of the country. Come on Bunty, he's oblivious, he don't know that I've moved on. I have to go back from a spade if I get a signal. Oh, me and my bumblebee in the plough fields of the country. It is raining as you can see, and we are happy just to be. We've got on a third field we've never been on. It's raining. Badger's left his car windows open about a quarter of a mile away. But we're chipping away, viewers. Not finding nothing. How can all these lovely big fields be empty? Well, those old boys who are up in heaven were obviously very good detectorists. God bless you, sirs. God bless the spirits of the heavenly metal detectorists. Can you please look down and shed one golden stater tear? Thank you. You're nuts, Dad. You're absolutely nuts. I know that. Right, we're getting very despondent, and I've been wanting to get on this field for a couple of days on the new farm, but we didn't know whether it actually belonged to the new farm. We've just come on it now, being a bit dumb. We've come on it because there's open access gates from our fields, but as soon as we come on it, we did message the farmer, and he's got back to us. He said yes, it is his field. I scoped the crop marks out because this is why I wanted to come in it. Told Badger to go and check one set of marks, which he's doing now, and I was off in the opposite direction for another crop mark. I didn't even get there. Badger has shouted, hammered. It's been going just over a year now, about 14 months or so, and this is only his second hammered, and it's his first hammered with the legend. Where is she, Badgie? Oh. Go on, let you tease it out, mate. Oh yes, yes.
Have a look.
Think it'll be an Eddie penny, that, mate. Put it in your hand. I've got some water in it. Rather than wipe it off, just chuck a bit of that on. I'll chuck it in my hand now. That's good to know though, isn't it, mate? It's good to know. And I was just telling my viewers about, I've been wanting to get on this field because of the crop marks, and been proved right with the marks and that, haven't we? You were just on your way to check out that line over there.
Yeah, not far away. Excellent.
Oh, that's good, mate. That's good, because we were both getting a bit downhearted, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's not in mint condition, but I've seen a whole lot worse for hammers, mate. I'll certainly take that. Well done on your second hammered, mate.
Happy days with that.
Your first legend hammered. Do you know the way it was going today, and what we were saying about what should we do, this, that and the other, and we've only just found out that our farmer owns. He owns the 2 fields, mate, because Dean's just confirmed that as well.
Well happy.
It was going nowhere fast today, weren't it?
Yep.
And now it's all turned around on one good signal. Well done, Badger, mate. Well done. Well done, Bunty, for getting wet with your dad and
Good job, Buds.
not complaining.
Excellent.
Badger definitely seems to have the look of this new farm. I haven't found nothing cool on it up to now. But this looks very thin. It definitely don't look silver though. Might be a very worn jetton. I'm going to guess that's a worn jetton, and if it is, that'll be my best find off here up to now. I'll give it a wash and see if there's anything on it, viewers. No, unfortunately that's absolutely blank. Blank as a blank blackboard. But it's a signal and it's been a coin. And Badger's just had a hammered, so I'm feeling more optimistic now about these. There's 2 fields here together that we haven't been on. Are you getting wet, Bunch? Look, it is raining. I don't know whether you can tell with his little head. Badger's sat down there in the car. It is all grey and overcast. I'm going to get this little pooch in the car. I think Badger was making noises that his missus, Lucy, might need him back at the house, but I think that translates into metal detecting talk for it's raining, I've found a hammy, I'm happy, let's go. So we'll see anyway. I'll detect back down to the car, viewers. Yeah, none of this rain was forecast, viewers. She's actually wazzing it down very heavy, and none of it was forecast. But at least it's got a side helping of chicken bites for a bunter, for my very wet bunter. Well done on your coin, Badgie.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Very happy with that, it's lovely.
Perseverance paid off. I've been eating my chicken bites, viewers, and I've been sharing them with Bunty. I don't know whether you can see this though. This fair is absolutely full of chicken breadcrumbs and it's all wet. Oh well, just another day in the life of Anglo Celtic and his little bunter for. We're in Pershore now. Nice town, Pershore, isn't it, Bodge?
It is. Nice.
This is where the famous 1980s singer Toya Wilcox, she lives just over there on the high street here. She regularly gets her tits out in the kitchen and puts it on YouTube with her old boy fella, both musicians. And yes, well, you can see them all in with their umbrellas and their hoods up. Oh, it's marvellous. Don't dilly-dally. That shop's called Dilly-Dally, but you probably can't see through the rain. Don't dilly-dally, look. Get out of our way, fucker.